Hey YouTubers, got another video review for you today. This one is from a company by the name of Dr. Color Chip. You guys all know that, with Jeeps, with the wider tires, you're going to get some stone chips. I ended up with getting a pretty bad stone chip, like right in here, where the corner of the bed starts. And it's actually a pretty deep chip, it's all the way down to the bare metal. It's went through the primer, it looks like, and you can, when you put your nail in there, it feels pretty deep. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. And I could go to the parts store and pick up some of the cheap touch-up paint, and yeah, you'll dab it in there and it looks like just a glob of paint. It looks like crap. You can use the factory paint, and basically you're going to do the same thing, and it always ends up looking like crap when you're done. You just have a glob that's the same color as the rest of the paint on the body, and it's not smooth. It's not a paid review, none of that crap. So I just want to let you guys know that I've used this product before on 4 different vehicles. I've used it on my 2017 GMC Sierra, I used it on an F-150, I used it on a Mitsubishi Mirage, and now I'm going to be doing it on the Jeep. And so it's a quick system. Like I said, it's from Dr. Color Chip. And what you want to do, I'm just going to run through it real quick. I picked up some rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to go ahead and clean the area that's got the chip on it right here. So I'm going to use the supplied cloth that they provide you with in the Dr. Color Chip kit, just to put a little bit of alcohol on there and clean that area. Just let that dry. It only takes a few seconds. Okay, next, after you've cleaned the area, then what you want to do is come over here, check your kit out, and you see you've got the step 1, and you can see that that's the bluish color to match the Jeep here. It's very simple to find the color. You look in your door jamb and it'll tell you the color. You go to their website and punch in all the year, make, and model, and it'll give you a list of colors to choose from. Anyways, you'll get the step 1, and you want to go ahead and shake it up. It's got some little BBs in the bottom of it, so when you shake it up you can hear it mixing. And then what you want to do next is decide how you want to apply it. There's several different ways, and you can use those to fill it in. You can also use this little glove, and you can put the glove on and you smear the paint in the hole with the glove, or you can use a squeegee. I'm just going to take a little bit of the paint and you can put it on the squeegee just like that, and then I'm gonna just rub it over that hole, that little crater where that paint. And the reason I like using the squeegee is because if you've got a deep chip like that, it helps fill it in, and then the excess you can just kind of wipe it off. And if there's still some residual paint left outside of the chip area, I'm going to show you how to get it off. It's very simple, and this is where you go to the next step. But they give you this cloth here, and this is kind of like a cheese type cloth. It's not like a fibrous cloth like the microfibers. This is more of like a smooth cloth, and the reason they give you this is so when you go to apply this product, this is step number 2. It's called Seal-Act. What this is a sealer and an activator. So what you want to do is shake it up, because you can see that it's like 2 different mixtures in there. So you want to shake it up real good. Pour a little bit on the rag. Now keep in mind, when you apply this, you don't want to dig and like get in there with your fingernail and try to dig the paint out of the hole. No, you just want to smoothly go over it and keep the rag flat. And you just want to remove the paint on the outside of the chip and leave the paint that you want to fill the hole in the chip. So you're just trying to remove the excess paint around the hole, and you're just trying to make it smooth so it blends in. So that's what I want to do. You can see now that the paint is kind of filled in. You can see there's the chip, and now this Seal-Act, I've just barely put a little bit on my rag. And now here's the thing, if you rub the Seal-Act on there and you take a little bit too much paint out of the hole, that's fine. It's no big deal. It's not the end of the world. You can start the process over again and do it again, and keep adding layers of paint into that hole if it's not thick enough the first go round. Now this Seal Act, it won't hurt your factory paint, it won't take it off. It just only works with the Dr. Color Chip paint. So no, you can't buy just Seal Act and expect it to work with like your paint, your touch-up paint from the factory. So now you see that it's kind of hazed over like a wax. So what you want to do now is just take your microfiber towel and just kind of buff it. Just buff it off. And you can see that there still needs to be a little bit more paint in that hole, because like I said, it's really, really deep and there's still a little bit of residual paint on the outside right there. So I'm just gonna wipe it off and I'm gonna repeat the process. I'm gonna put a little bit more paint in that hole, and then I'm gonna add some Seal Act on it, and I'm gonna start over again and keep building it up till I get to the point where it's nice and flat. Now this is not going to take the place of pulling the panel off and sanding it down and taking it to a body shop. No, it's just going to try to help blend the paint and not make it look like it was globbed on there when you're trying to do your touch-up. Now you might be questioning, well, if I'm about to wax my vehicle or put a ceramic coat on there, do I wait and do the touch-up before or after? They actually recommend that you do it after, so that way it blends in. That way you're not buffing any of the paint out of the hole. You can see that the chip is gone. I mean, you can still see where, you know, it still needs to be built up just a little bit, but it's not globbed in there. It's laid down in there smooth. You know, the color match is perfect. Like I said, I've used this on like 4 different vehicles and the color blends in. You can't even tell it. And that was a really, really deep chip. Now I will say, after I put that first coat on there, I went back with the fine tip brush and I dabbed a little bit more paint in there to kind of fill it smooth. And then once I got it smooth and there was a little bit of residual paint on the outside, I went back with the Seal Act and smoothed it out flat. And that's the cool thing about this product, that Seal Act really makes it lay down flat, and so you don't end up with like a little mountainous glob of paint like you would with the factory paint or the, you know, the part store paint. You know, it's probably about 50-60 bucks for a kid somewhere in there, but it's worth it. I mean, if you're serious about, you know, keeping your ride looking good, then it's worth it for this kit. Make sure you check out Dr. Color Chip. That's what it looks like right there. I'll put a link in the description. And again, this is not some paid review. I don't work for these people. They don't pay me nothing. You know, I just do it because I like the product and I think it's a good product. I've used it before. I know it works. So appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, guys.